back at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Second and 9.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at the 25.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. That's out to the left and complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Kaepernick. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And down inside the 15 he goes. A pickup of 11 at a Texans first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Texans first down.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2. Brings up
on second down, it's Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Rolling to his left. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34.
That's the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brought him down.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second down, here's Hurts. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
7 at the 28-yard line.
On the delay, Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Hurts. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
His pass.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
A gain of 12.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with the score Dolphins 14, Texans nothing.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts sliding out of the pocket. Hurts fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. And it's brought in by Washington. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins head on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jameer Byrd on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man is Switzer complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. But first down, Hurts. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 40-yard line.
On the carry is Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being...
Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 12.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Hurts sets up to throw it. Steps away to his left. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. To throw is Kaepernick. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Kaepernick quickly into the hands of Beckham. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, at pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people. And oftentimes, you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Damiere Byrd returning it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
They'll go again to Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Jones.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Look, there he goes right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Dolphins.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Byrd now ready to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Byrd on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
First down, Texans.
Throwing is Hurts. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Option play, and Kaepernick's going to run with it. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Colin Kaepernick scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on. Well, once you get down deep in the red zone, Colin Kaepernick, you know that he is a threat to call his own number, and he did so there for the touchdown run.
And, partner, that's what makes defending him so difficult, because defensively, you got so many things you've got to be concerned about. Here, he decides that keeping it is the best option. He's able to stick it in the end zone.
Bird now ready to return it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Coach coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Bird now ready to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. They'll look to throw here. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw here. Caught on the right side by Jones. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 44-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And the Texans first down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Dolphins.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hurts. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Texans.
They go play action with Hurts. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now this throw complete to Washington. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Kaepernick now to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
39-yard line.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
On the play. It's 4th down.
They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. The open man is Smith. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
10 at the 13-yard line.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Quarterback taken down.
Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When we talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Again, it's Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given her up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
On their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big pickup of 38. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Demir Bird. It's 3rd down and 9 yards.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. One final shot. They'll look to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight's final score, Dolphins.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what?